So I want to show you two other tools that let you do mapping and some other things in addition to mapping. So I have this really simple data set, and we'll use this for a couple of things. This actually came from an article I read a couple of years ago, and it was about bee loss by state. They had a table in the article. So I turned that table into this Excel spreadsheet. I just typed the 50 lines and added the data, the state names, and the numbers. I have that. What I'm going to do is apply this to a Google map. And there's a free tool from Google Maps that you can access. I put this link in the lecture also. So you can just go right there by this video and click it in that page. But also here's the link. So just to show you, I'll click this and it'll open up the Google Maps page. It opens up this page where there are a bunch of maps available. I'm just going to hit create new map. And so it'll automatically default to a US map. So I've got a state map here, and here we go. I've got a new map. I can give it a title. So in this case, I'll go ahead and title it. So, and we're going to do this in a couple of different ways using this same data. But right now I've got a map. I've given it a title. I just clicked on the title to save it. And what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and add data to this map. And so it's actually pretty easy to do this. I'm just going to add, I can add a layer. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm just going to import. So I've got a US map. Again, it came from google.com/maps/D for developer. And that's the link. It's real simple. So I'll hit import, and I have this data actually in my downloads. And so I'll select here and go to downloads and look for it. Here's bee loss data. So I have this bee loss data, and we're going to play with a couple of other data sets on the tools I'm going to show you with this and some other stuff. But bee loss, I'm just going to hit open. It's going to ask me two questions. First is, which question should I use for location data? Because obviously it's a map. So since it's an interactive map, I need location data. So I'm going to use state for location data. And this map from Google Maps automatically defaults the states by name. So it's actually pretty simple. You just pick the state names. They're going to align with my data in this spreadsheet. And then I'm going to hit continue. And then the next one is, well, where do you want to put your information? And we'll use, which column do I want to use for the information? I'm going to use bee loss data. And when I click finish, within about 5 seconds, it's going to populate this map with locators. Now, this isn't the prettiest map, and it's not the best way to use this data, but I just wanted to show you I've got data that has location information on it. In this case, state information. And just like that, I was able to apply this. And so now I can go in and click on one of these states, and it shows me Wyoming lost 41% of its bees year to year. Nebraska lost 37% of its bees. Missouri lost 35%. There's a better way to do this because I think Oklahoma lost a lot more. Yeah, 63%. There's a tool in another place that I'm going to show you also in Google Flourish, also a free online tool for data visualization. And it does heat maps. I like that better because what would be nice would be to be able to indicate from these icons or from the states themselves that this state lost a lot of bees, this state lost very few bees, and it would be nice to indicate that. But this is just a quick look at things you can do with this. And I'll show you one other thing. I'm going to click on all items aligned to the left here and click this little dropper icon. So if I click there, it's going to let me change things. So what I can do is I can go in and change the color of these items. So for example, if I wanted to make them red or maroon, I can go in and do that. I can select a color and it changes them to maroon. And so now all the icons have a different color. I'm going to hover over all items again and click that dropper. And there's a neat thing I want to show you. I can change the icon to something else, but I'm going to click more icons. I can glance here and look, there are lots of suggestions here, lots of sports icons, location icons. What I want to do is look for bees. I don't think we're going to find them in here, transportation icons. So if you wanted to have like a bus route or cars or airplanes or something, you could do that. What I'm going to do is I want to add something else. So I'm going to click custom icon here at the bottom again, and it lets me have some more options, including Google image search. So I could upload an image from my computer and use that as the placeholder on all those spots on my map. I'm going to hit Google image search, and I'm going to put, that's actually a pretty nice one. So let me use this one, and I'll hit select, and it should apply a bee icon to all my bee loss data. Now, it's not ideal because it's not a rasterized image that just appears over it, but I just wanted to show you that's one thing you can do is you can change the icons very quickly and easily on a Google map. And now I've got a little bee image over each state that represents the data for bee loss. If you get a cluster of restaurants in a place like wherever your university is in that town, in the entertainment district near the university, it's a lot of fun because you get this cluster in one spot. You can zoom in and click on them, and it'll give you the name of the restaurant, the address. So that's actually a nice use, which again, you will see when I put this together in our live demonstration. That's a quick look at a Google Maps tool And again, I'll share this link. You call up a national map, you put in location data. It might be street addresses. It might be the names of states. It might be international data. It'll look for things like France, England, Nebraska, Iowa, and it'll automatically locate that data within this free Google map. There's a much neater tool, though, called Google Flourish. And what I'm going to do is show you Google Flourish as a really elegant tool for doing the same kind of interactives with the same data set.